Hey everyone, Django here. So today I flew out a little bit in arcade battle and I flew out in the Yak-9P. I want to show you one of my matches and show you why this plane is so good at boom and zooming. I'll see you in the match. Hey guys, so here we are in the match. We got a typhoon coming up for us. We're in an air domination match on Malta. We're approaching this Heinkel 111. We're in the Yak-9P and I've got this plane armed at the moment with the 23mm center gun. You can choose between a 37mm cannon, 23mm or 20mm, and you have two standard 20mm on the side. I chose for the 23mm because I feel that thing is more consistent than the 37mm cannon, at least for me, and a little bit more powerful than a third 20mm, although that setup is fine too, makes you a little lighter. But this plane still climbs well enough and has decent turn time, but it has good speed in a dive, and in this game I got to the high ground by myself, all alone, no enemy fighters there, and I could get into a match of pure boom and zooming. And for me, the role this plane is meant for, I think most people would agree with me. And I'll show you exactly why that is. Now here we have a BF-109, snapshot in his BF-109 G14 as he tried to climb, but his turn wasn't convincing enough to mess up our aim, so he goes down. And in this match you'll see me resisting temptation a few times when I really want to kill, but I manage to avoid going after them and survive because I keep the discipline in the boom and zoom roll. Now we've got a Doe 217 coming up here. Requiem Harry of the Rep 1 squadron. Now he's at the top of his peak, he can't climb any further, and this way he is easy to shoot down. Take off his right wing and we take it back up, immediately scanning for the next target. Is there anybody trying to climb or not? It doesn't seem to be. No, not any fighter is trying to climb right now. They're all at the deck hitting my team. Now you have two choices in that case. You can either go down or you can track back a little and see if newly spawning planes do try to climb. And we have a few planes here that are a little higher. There's one here at 2 kilometers. It's a BF-109. He takes evasive pretty well. This Spitfire, we get him though. The G10 rolls out of the way very nicely, and I decide not to continue on low and preserve my speed and transferring it into altitude right here. You see the BF-109 trying to pitch up at me there, but he was already a kilometer behind. And that is because we just in time decided to not to go for any more targets, but to go up again and get back on our high perch here, from where we can operate with impunity. You can basically have an attack run on the planes below and end up on almost the same altitude in this plane, because it has a good climb rate and nice energy retention and good energy in a dive as well. Good speed. There's a hole, it's like a, yeah, well, the fur ball in the middle, right? Don't want to be diving into that. Now we're going for this Yak-9 here and a Spitfire hopefully, so we want to go for the Yak-9 first and then continue on to the Spitfire. It's a BF-109 there too coming our way, but I think we're going too fast for him to get a clean shot. And he turns sharply and I have too much speed to follow with over 750 indicated airspeed. And I take it straight up into the vertical again. And you see in this plane how slowly you actually lose speed when you're climbing in a steep angle. So here we decide to turn around and we are back on 3000 meters. We see the few of the enemies have climbed a little bit on the other side of the map, 4 kilometers away. That's a little bit of a problem, we have to keep an eye on them. Would be good to remove that guy, as he seemed to have climbed. Let's see if he wants to come for me. Oh, it seems that he's diving. Yeah, he dove away, he thought the better of attacking me. Now we have a whole cloud here of enemies coming back in. And there is a P-47 coming up. I spotted him just in time, 4.5 kilometers away. He's stalling, starting to stall soon, so we'll turn around. Yeah, he's stalling. And we are coming in with lots of speed, picking up speed quickly here. And he's like a lamb to the slaughter here. No energy. And thus no possibility to maneuver or get out of that situation. Are we going up again? Now the fight is a little bit on the enemy's favor. They are down there. They seem to be shooting down a lot of my guys. There's a few guys in the enemy team that have quite a few kills. But to go down there and to start fighting there is to step out of the strengths of this plane. It's not a natural turner. You can make it work a little bit in that role, but it is much better as a boom and zoomer. Its turn time is not as good as many of the planes down there, and we would definitely die much sooner down there than up here. Another BF-109G here. Made short work of him. But the next plane didn't go up, he went down, so I couldn't make that turn. Not if I wanted to stay in this role. High altitude boom and zoomer. If I wanted to go low and fight there and go after him, I could have done that. But my speed was too high anyway to turn with him in that case. So I would have wasted my time if I would have turned with that guy there. Group of enemies coming in here, 3 enemies, and followed by another 2. Now we are going to dive in here on the end of this train. On Holle again. Poor Holle. He's still not aware of me, even though he's been shot by me three times now or something. Take him down. The Focke-Wulf A5. Take him down as well. And here we have the option. I am in doubt here, and I should have gone after the guy to the left. But I missed my shots on the I-185 and the D9 here. That's a shame. That could have been so much better than what I did now. Could have been 4 kills instead of 2. But still, 2 kills is nice for one dive. But sometimes you get these these precious moments, these little jewels, uncut diamond moments where you can, if you play sharply and your aim is true, you can have a real nice streak. I didn't pick up on the opportunity there though. But it doesn't matter, we are doing nicely and we are still up high, we still have the high grounds here. And nobody seems to be challenging me for it right now. We have a doe spawning there and Holle is coming up apparently. At the moment I start looking at him, he went down for a target there. He didn't continue to climb. So that's good. Any challenges to my altitude have to be squashed. Now this doe is coming for me, is definitely coming for me. He's pitching up at me. So I decided to go straight up. And here, as he is almost stalling, I go into my loop. There, he's falling away there. No energy, very slow. And we shoot him down. Now taking it up again. Let's see, do we have any climbers? I don't see any climbers at the moment. And he's 2 kilometers down. Now do we want to, or almost 3 actually. I do not want to dive down all the way to the deck for an opponent. If he is around 2 kilometers, that's a nice dive. The good that sometimes you can dive on a little if you get a first target after that, but don't want to be diving from 4400 meters all the way to the deck for one target. This is 2 kilometer gap. So we're diving to about 1500 meters here to these two guys. Here's 1500 meters. Now we're taking it up again after that guy. The Focke-Wulf 190. That's the 4th time we kill Holle, I think. Yeah, we are not gonna make that turn. We are way faster than him. And he has a similar turn time in his in 190. Now as I am checking my surroundings here, I am noticing that I am the only guy in my team right now, or at least the only one I see. But when I pitch up here I see 2 years and I'm the only fighter. And I've got several of the opponents trying to climb towards my altitude. I of course still am, despite the fact that they are with 6 or 7 of them, I have the superior position here. And if I bide my time and be patient, I should be able to shoot them all from the sky here. But I have to choose my moments in this kind of a situation, because everybody's trying to climb and I can only keep track of that many guys, so I have to start shooting them soon. And who shall we start with? There is 3 guys here. I decide to take a look at them, but he's coming up pretty quickly in his 109. So take it up in a loop to take some more time to figure out what to do here. In this meantime, on the other side of the map, those 4 guys are all climbing. So this is a situation where you do have to take action and start shooting these guys down. Now we decide to go for this G here. And he's not moving enough, so it's an easy shot. 20mm, 23mm is not hitting the target. He did shoot off my flap there I think, but didn't get any solid hits in for the rest. Snapshot is snap shooting at me. But I have more energy than them. I'm climbing, I'm almost still at 500 kilometers an hour. What is it? 480. And we're starting to climb again. These guys realize they can't catch me. And they are both turning off, which is for me the sign to take it up into the vertical and head back towards the battlefield. Now I was hoping that these 2 years could hold the field for me. But the enemy does seem to be holding on to their capping progress. I think that should slowly start to go down. Yes, it does actually. But the year is shut down. And they were capping again. They are capping again. Now this Yak-3 is a problem. He needs to be removed. And there the enemy has captured the zone. Unfortunately, we both were too high, I guess. We were outside of the cap zone, I think. But I always thought it ran up until 5500 meters, the cap zone. But if this is not the case, if it only runs till 5000, let me know. I'm looking at some opponents to shoot down before the timer runs out. The 190 snapshot is coming up. But I get an easy shot on him here. We shoot off his wing. The timer is running down fast now. But like I said, from this position, if you play it right, you can hold on for a long time with only a few guys or even alone. But people do start to climb then in different directions and you cannot keep them down, all of them. That's too difficult, but I could have gotten this guy and probably the other guy that was below me here. Anyway, it was a good match. Only shame that we lost. And a perfect example of how you should fly this plane. According to my opinion, of course. There may be other roads to Rome, but I always like to keep my plane alive. We do not get a talisman again. 50,000 Silver Lions, 14 kills, Survivor and Hero of the Sky. I'll see you in the conclusion. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Like I said in the match, I have this gun set up with a 23mm and 20mm as the standards. You can change this one to 37mm or a third 20mm, but this plane has a nice climb rate, 25.1, and turn time is decent, and it's got good speed, especially in a dive. And with that climb rate and energy retention it has as well, you can boom and zoom like crazy. It has fantastic firepower for that as well, and a good battle rating with 5.0 in arcade. Now as to ammunition in this plane, what was I using? Air targets on the 23mm and stealth on the 20mm. So yeah, fantastic plane, and I definitely want to fly it out more. It's definitely suited to my playstyle. Hey, so I hope you enjoyed the video, that you learned something there. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video. You know, those likes really make a difference. Do leave me a comment. You know, I always look forward to the comments every day. And if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. I really love to have you aboard, and don't feel shy to leave me some comments. I always try to respond to them. So again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.